No one in attendance at the July 13th Donald Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania expected to see a presidential candidate come under gunfire. The 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks took aim from a nearby unguarded roof, struck Trump's right ear, and was shot and killed by Secret Service agents. In the aftermath, the United States and the rest of the globe are trying to figure out what the assassination attempt means for the U.S., international politics, and democracy writ large. At the forefront of this discussion stands global leaders, whose opinions no doubt in many cases vary wildly from their citizenry. World leaders largely expressed condemnation of the assassination attempt on Trump, with some variation. In some cases, responses were blunt and authoritative, as with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on X, who wrote, "Strongly condemn the incident. Violence has no place in politics and democracies. Wish him a speedy recovery." Other world leaders, like those of Mexico, Japan, and Taiwan, denounce the usage of violence in general to resolve political disputes in civilized democratic societies. Yet other leaders use the opportunity to polemicize the assassination attempt, criticize the United States, or even bring up conspiracy theories. The Associated Press describes Argentinian President Javier Milei, for instance, decrying the desperation of the international left. Vladimir Putin, for his part, criticized the U.S. itself and, quote, "the atmosphere that this administration created during the political struggle." Overall, global responses regarding the assassination attempt have been largely supportive of Trump, straddling the line between stern-lipped and sympathetic. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on X epitomizes this reaction, calling the attack despicable on one hand and on the other saying, "My thoughts are also with all of those who were affected by the attack." Prime Minister of the Kurdistan region of Iraq, Masroor Barzani, went one heartfelt step further on X, writing, "I condemn the attack on President Donald J. Trump in the strongest terms and wish him a speedy recovery." He also expressed concern for all the victims of the attack and described the attack as a senseless act of terrorism. President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, echoed these sentiments on X. Other responses incorporated broader talk of democracy and violence. Similarly, France's Emmanuel Macron wrote on X, "It is a tragedy for our democracies. France shares the shock and indignation of the American people." For AP News, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said much the same.
"This was an attack on America. It was an attack on democracy."
Italian President Sergio Mattarella went the most verbose, calling the attack a disconcerting symptom of the deterioration of the civil fabric and a refusal of respect for democratic life. While this final statement could be taken as an underhanded jab at American socio-political life, other world leaders were more direct in their criticisms, or fainter in their support. As AP News cites, Russian Foreign Minister spokesperson Maria Zakharova repudiated international involvement in Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine, saying that the U.S. needs to direct its money to finance the American police and other services instead. Chinese President Xi Jinping extended some faint support to Trump, saying via AP that he is concerned. The Chinese internet, meanwhile, which is state-run and walled off from the rest of the world, is focused more on the drama of the moment Trump was attacked, calling Trump a traditional Hollywood president and praising his reflexes, according to CNN. State-sponsored Beijing News, meanwhile, said that the attack, quote, "combined all the political symbols typical of an American election: violence, uncertainty, and tough guys." While the statements of other world leaders could be characterized as slightly critical, Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico sits at the most extreme end of the response spectrum. In a rambling Facebook post, he alluded to assassination coups and compared Trump's assassination attempt to his own in May 2024, writing in part, "Scripted like through a copybook. They're trying to shut Trump up, and when they don't work out, it pissed the public off so much that some loser picks up a gun."